Hello friends, Pat here, and today I have something special. Whoa. But it's not anything new. I may be late to the party, but I want to talk about it. And well, as you can kind of see it floating in my hand, it is the Apple Earpods. Now, these are the Apple Airpods. They are basically wireless Bluetooth in-ear headphones and basically have a lot of features that a lot of other products don't have. They're obviously Apple, so that makes them kind of prestigious in a way. It also makes them quite unique, especially if you're obviously an Apple user, and if you're not, does it still work? And that's where I come in. Well, basically, I'm an Android user on the phone, and I bought these. So you might be like, oh, Pat, what are you doing, mate? That's just stupid. But hear me out, and first of all I have to say these are the best Android wireless Bluetooth headphones I have ever used. Let's talk about them, and let's talk about what you can do with them and how they work, and well, why I'm using it with my Android. First of all, the reason I purchased these is I had a voucher for Kogan for $20, so I was able to buy these for $199 at Kogan with free shipping. That to me is actually a really good deal. At $199, comparably to any other wireless headphones, is actually quite a great price. So first of all, when these came out, they were really competitively priced. They were a lot cheaper than equivalents out there and worked really well with Apple users who obviously love buying Apple accessories, but they also kind of, well, have a lot of the market with these things. They will spend money on accessories like this. So it was, I mean, a great move for Apple to make something like this, and obviously some people thought maybe this product could be used somewhere else. So these little AirPods look exactly like the newer style headphones from Apple. They fit really well in my ears, and that's a personal choice. Some people do complain that they, well, don't fit very well, and I can say that my left ear fits in a lot better than the right one, but the reason I got these is for riding my bike. So I do about 35 kilometers a day on my bike to and from work, and basically I wanted something wireless because every time I had a wire would go into my bag, I might move, turn my head, and the wire will move, pull it out of my ear, and I wanted something that will be wireless and I could listen to music while riding. I didn't really care about it being waterproof because we're in Perth, it doesn't rain, but then yesterday it rained like crazy and it's just, oh, what an absolute day. Anyway, these headphones for me were for a specific use, so I wasn't going to be kind of talking on the phone with them. I really didn't care about that. I didn't really care about the fact that, well, you know, they were single with no cable between, because there's a few options I already knew about, and that is this little string here. All I did was put these in here, this is a rubber string, and clip this in the back of my shirt, and they would never fall out. And in the amount of riding I've done with them, which is about 2 weeks, they've never fallen out, ever. And my other headphones, which were wired, would fall out just from wriggling around, and I found these ones were not falling out at all. Now, I guess you could say that you look a little bit silly with these, but I mean, it's 2018, there's a lot of more silly stuff that people wear apart from these. And the cool thing about them is you can speak to them through here, you know, they've got microphones here, and you can speak to people on the phone, you can take calls. And even on Android, it works absolutely well. People call, stops the music, you can hear your ringtone, you can answer it by just tapping once, and then off you go, you've answered your call. Yes, the tapping that Apple users love works in here. Now, not all of it, and not on every phone. I have the Galaxy S8 that has a special, obviously, Bluetooth version that accepts those kind of signals. So I can tap once to answer, double tap to change, well, change a song, and I can change these. Well, that's the other thing I want to talk about. To set which ear and which pod does what, you actually have to have an Apple device. I couldn't do it on my phone. I actually had to connect these to my laptop, my Apple laptop, and then from there, actually change what earphone does what, and obviously saved it to my iCloud, then it's protected, and connected to my phone, works really well. As soon as I take it out of my pod, It connects automatically to my phone with my Bluetooth, and off I go. Just chuck them in, put the music on, answer calls, take calls, and in fact, I've been walking around the house taking calls because I enjoy it so much. And the battery life, well, I don't really care about the battery life because I only use it 2 hours a day, and then maybe a little bit off, and then it goes back in the case for the whole day. When I come home, I recharge it. The battery life supposedly has 4 to 6 hours, and much on the lower end of the scale if you're on Android. So I guess that's something to consider when you're looking at wireless headphones, is that if you're using Android, it's not optimized for it, but everything works really well, and in my opinion works a lot better than most other wireless products. I mean, look at Samsung's own ones. They have a buttload of terrible connectivity issues. How much connectivity issues have I experienced with these headphones? None! I have not. I've walked away, the range is terrible, like it's maybe like 2-3 meters, like I don't have my phone on the desk over there, walk away, it'll disconnect, but as soon as I'm back in, it'll connect. The range is terrible on Android, but on Apple, it's absolutely fantastic. I tested it with my wife's Apple phone. I could walk around the whole house and be connected perfectly well with their W1 chip or whatever they have inside that makes it so special. But with Android, if you're using this, wouldn't you just have your phone with you? I mean, I guess it's an excuse for why the range is so small, but it does not affect me at all. I have my phone in my bag when I ride. It works absolutely perfectly. I use this in the car also because it's so much better than loudspeaker, and I can just have them in my ears and still hear out. It doesn't block the sounds in, which is quite important when you're riding a bike. You might hear a car, you might hear a bell, you might hear something that requires your attention for safety. And that is why I picked these, one of the reasons. So one of the things I want to mention is that even though I'm using this, well, this is very much a safety precaution to not lose these. Not so much that I don't trust them to fall, to not stay in, but one of the things is that if I sort of bump or maybe, you know, move some sweat over or something when I'm riding, they'll fall out, potentially because I'm touching them. And when you're going about 20, 30, 40 Ks down a hill or, you know, riding on a flat, on a bike, you might not feel it falling out, and once it falls out, you've got to stop. You're going really fast, there might be an accident, it might have been lost in a bush, you don't know. So this here is actually a way to stop that on a bike. Obviously, some already come with a string, but these don't, and I can have it as a separate thing altogether. So once I put it in and I shake my head, do all sorts of things, it doesn't fall out. It does feel a little bit looser because obviously I've moved around, but it's still in here and I'm still having these headphones in my ears without falling out. So the experience with Android is really quite good. It is actually quite a lot better than even Google's earphones, the ones they came out for the Plus, whatever it's called, that phone that everybody seems to, the Pixel Plus. I don't know what's so fun about it. It looks pretty darn terrible, the Plus. The headphones was one of the headphones I was considering. It already had a string, but I found the quality to be lackluster. I tested in a shop and I tested these, and I found the quality of these a lot better than the other ones. These actually sound really, really good. And again, they're wireless, they sound really good. These are not headphones for audiophiles. I mean, Apple headphones in general are not headphones for audiophiles. Most headphones aren't for audiophiles, but how many people just want to listen to some music while they're riding or doing something sporty, or maybe using these in the car to talk because we're not allowed to use our phones without wireless Bluetooth headsets. In any case, these worked really well and I'm super happy. I was a little bit nervous about buying them, but I mean, after checking them out for as long as I did, I'm very happy. They've got a little charging box at the end. The only issue, or rather the hard part, was actually connecting them up to my phone. You have to hold a button and then take them out and all sorts of gadgetronics. With Apple, you just kind of put the phone together, flip it open, and off you go. The design of the case is a pod. I mean, it's just kind of like lollipod or something. The little opening door thing is very solid, as you can hear. And of course, it has battery inside that charges the headphones, so you can get quite a lot of life out of these little things. And at the end of the day, not only does everybody have a lightning cable, you can charge it in most places. Most of the time, I'm sort of saying you probably won't be using it for long periods of time. As the times you will be using it, it will work absolutely perfectly. Guys, thank you very much for watching my review of these AirPods. There are plenty of other reviews out there. I just wanted to give you my view on using these for riding my bike with an Android phone, and I am very, very happy with these. If I were to say the most negative of these is, well, they're Apple. I mean, they make great stuff, but native support for the product you have in your other hand is actually a very, very great feature. There's a lot of things that these can do with the Apple phone that you can't do on the Android, and that is really its downfall. But maybe somewhere down the line, the next Bluetooth iteration can access all these other features. Some of them already access, like I said, the taps, and that's all you really need when you're listening to music. But if you want to do some like volume, or when you take out one, it kind of stops playing music. To me, that's actually really cool, because I might be riding, I might take this out to maybe speak to someone at lights, and I don't want to keep music playing in my ear. So that's a great feature that does not work with Android. So something to take into account. But if you have an Apple phone already, or Apple products, and you want to get some wireless headphones, look, you cannot go wrong. In regards to being waterproof, they're not on paper, but apparently a quick dunk won't kill them at all. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope it helped. Subscribe, like, dislike, let me know why, and let me know if you know anything better than this. I know for $1.99 it was a discount with a voucher at Kogan, but what the hell, these things are pretty darn good. So I'd love to see if there's any other headphones I should have checked out before. And trust me, I did a lot of research before I bought this, and I waited quite a while for this to arrive. It arrived in 2 weeks, by the way. So considerations, price, arriving quickly, slowly. This was $1 from eBay, by the way. I'll put a link towards both of these onto Kogan and onto eBay in the description below. Thank you guys, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.